just want to give him some commands so we can get this done. Stat. Come on, you little bastard. Arbitrary, hooray! Right, okay. Get rid of you. Ice in your shaft would not be fun at all. No, it wouldn't. Anyway, I tried to look up something unrelated and all I get is 20 podcast videos that are mostly wrong. No comment. No comment. Lifegrow, how are you? You are the glossy boy of my Twitch browsing tonight. Oh, Sturm. I like that. How are you, bud? One go out of date, sometimes both. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, we can always all be guilty of having out-of-date stuff. I mean, I think in my tips and tricks playlist, the first thing it says on the actual, like, info about the playlist is, Arnie is an ever-changing game. A lot of these things may be broken. Proceed with your own risks. Beautiful. Where's the little plant thing? Where's the little plant thing? I have to do this. I regret that. Oh well. That's fine. So you can now be wangled. Be greeted, sir. Greetings be upon you. Oh my goodness. We've got a greeting off. This is how medieval duels start. They start by greeting each other cordially, and then it gets out of hand. What in the fuck? Oh, the Volpups sleep now, but when they sleep, they glitch into tiles? Or is he just trying to drill into a tile? That was weird. He was trying to drill into the solid tile. That was very odd. Alright, boys. Get to it. So is all this stuff done? Yeah, pretty much. Can't really argue with that. That's good. We're pissing away a bit of stuff into the vacuum of space, but that's alright. It's to be expected. Because reasons. Cool. Starvation. Oh, I should really get my meat being collected from my hatch farms as well. We'll get that sorted in a minute. Because at the moment, the hatches are eating it before I can get it collected. Which is kind of dumb. But I don't think I've got conveyor rails coming in yet. I think this conveyor rail here is meant to be for meat. Maybe we could bridge into the fish one. So if we took you... Oh, that's going to be a right pain in the ass to do. Yeah, something like that. Because if my loaders collect it straight away, then jobs are good. But if my fucking hatches eat it, after I've already fed them a healthy diet of granite, I'll be super sad. Super sad. And then we're going to need a few ladders and stuff in here, aren't we? So they'll be able to reach up to like here. That'd be fine. And same on this side. This is stuff that I should have done ages ago, to be honest, and I just put off. Getting out of here is going to be a bit of a pain. Give them a few ladders. Fishies, fishies, fish. Fish. I've just done all this as priority 9, haven't I? Didn't want to do that. All 9 or no 9? No, let's dial that back a little bit. Make this like a 7. There's enough people around here to get this done, I think. There's no drastic urge for it. I've not it's not bothered me up until now, honestly, and we still have plenty of meat and stuff coming in, so fuck it. Fuck it, bastard. Need to get some more of these jumping joyer things because we've got some bedrooms that still don't have them. See if we can get some from the printing pod at some point. That would be nice. Yeah, we're missing quite a few on this side. Jeez, we'll need a lot of these seeds. We'll probably find some more of them when we start doing some more digging out in the oil biome. Because I like the idea of every room having a little cactus, you know? A little ceiling-mounted cactus. That's my idea of a palace. No? Anyone? Only me? Ceiling cacti? No? And lovely. Oh yeah, we just need to give them some ladders, won't we? We'll do the ladders with an 8, just so they can get them built. And we'll just go hip, 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 hip. Cool. What's the point in changing the prio? How do you mean? I've got some priority 9 jobs that I always want to be done, like cooking, you know, certain bits around the base that I always want to be done for sure. So I don't like using too much priority 9 for too long. It's different if I'm doing like a little small build and I know there's only going to be like 5 or 6 dupes that can do it at most. We've got a 36 dupe colony, so just change the doors to 1. Oh, it's something I like to do. I like it so I can see my priorities at a glance in the base. So I know that, you know, what things are actually of importance in the base. It's an old tick. It's something I've always done. Yeah. I don't like everything just being a big red wall of priorities. Okay, little friend, you've got 1 tree left to do, and then we'll release you back to another place. So come on. In fact, we're going to need a couple of critters in here, aren't we? Don't we need critters for a nature reserve anyway? Wait, we don't need any critters for it to be a nature reserve? These 2 wild plants, no industrial... What? Oh, I thought we'd end up having a couple of little boys in here. Like a crab reserve, a pip reserve. No? That sucks. Put them in anyway. Yeah. The game seems to be running fine even at full speed. It's really laggy. It's actually really laggy, Gino. It's laggier now than it was in the pre-release, which is saying something. So I don't know what they changed those last couple of updates, but they balked something, unfortunately. Alright. Blep. Your memory's bad then. Yeah, don't forget we got many optimizations in QOL 1, 2 and 3. We got many optimizations and the game's running a lot better. It'll be alright. Be okay. Alright then. So now what we need to do is put down... Where is it? Furniture. And park sign out of granite. Pop you there and there. No, change of plans. We'll pop them there, and then in the middle we'll have a sexy sculpture made of gold, because we blingin'. How about that? How about that? I love how pissed off they look when they're angled. I love that eye expression of the straight across line. It always makes me smile. Did you remove the diag tool or something a while ago? You gained some good FPS. Diag tool. That's normally in the pre-release, Gino. Yeah. Look how low that texture is. Like, they've literally just scaled that one up, which is the epitome of lazy design. So they've made the texture for that size, and then scaled it up to that size, and look how low res it is. Like, you can see it getting worse there. Ah, jeez. Jeez. Klei. Rhymes with laissez. Oh well. Hey ho. I'm sure things like that will get polished eventually. Ruiz. We're still cultivating some crab boys over here as well, which is nice. So I would like to do a crab ranch at some point, I think. Where are you getting gold from? I've got a gold volcano that I've got capped at the minute. So he's giving me gold down here. He's currently dormant though. But he was giving me gold. Oh shit, I've not turned this back on. How are we doing for cold water? Still fine. I'm not going to take the power hit on these aquatuners for now, I don't think. This is just AFK at the minute. This is just chilling, just idle, which I'm happy with. You also get gold on the surface. Yeah, that's the thing. I've got gold amalgam now from the meteors, so we'll get up there soon. Seashell, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A lovely Prime sub. How's it going? Klei draws everything in vector though, so maybe low res elements for performance reasons or something. Nah, because now, if we look at this one, well, that's kind of shit as well. It shouldn't be that pixelated and naff. I mean, look how polished that is. Look how polished this statue is with all its shine effects and stuff. And look at that. Blurry naffness. Weird. How'd you keep the gold from staying up top rather than dropping down? Creeder, that's just surface tension, mate. So this is just what was left over after its last eruption. So there's 77 kilos here. When it next erupts, it'll all just drip down into the oil. But yeah, it's just dormant for a little while now. But it's given us quite a bit of gold down here. We've got 17 tons of gold off its last eruption, so can't really argue with that. God damn it, I keep clicking the wrong thing. So we've now got a nature reserve in here. I'm debating opening it up to the stairs, maybe. I don't know. Do you still use a lot of lumber for power production? Yeah. We're still using lumber in our wood burners. So we've still got these trees here. Oh shit, that reminds me. Speaking of lumber, first of all, is this done? Yes, that's good. Let's get rid of this. So you've just reminded me that I need to sort a geyser down at the bottom. Let's get rid of all you as well. I don't want to come down here putting coal in here. I've got this other geyser that needs to be sorted. Let's mop this water we dropped down. What the world? Oh, both of my water geysers must be erupting. Shapank. That's not ideal. Oh, have I just missed that? Okay. Yeah, I've got another water geyser down here that I want to get sorted. He's active in 9 cycles, so we'll get that done. I think I put a big wire in down the floor that was on like a low priority, so they've obviously got to that as well, which is good. The only thing I've not done is put a pipe in all the way yet. We'll get that going over. Not with a 9. Never with a 9. We don't need it with a 9. We'll get that done with like a 6 or something. Oops. We're gonna need another polluted water pipe. Can't have this overflowing. That's no good at all. Do you need to make steel before capping the water geysers? Which water geysers? These ones down here? Or do you mean the polluted water geysers? Polluted water geysers are only outputting at like, what, 30 degrees? Slush geyser obviously up here is -10. This one, no, we didn't use steel for anything. And my only one who keeps a small enclosed base rather than having a lot of open air going all over. We've pretty much got an enclosed base. We don't do small around here though. We don't do that, Creeder. We go big. We go big, or we fucking pack our bags and go home. That's how it works. Big boys. We go big, or we get the fuck out of there. Kind of want to mop all this crap up. Dirty salt water. I'm gonna have to do another ice collection as well, which is gonna mean leaks around the base. But hey ho. Yeah. Need to be conscious of the forever cycle. Been watching on YouTube. Things have definitely changed. Yeah, we're a little bit behind on YouTube. We've the YouTube videos are sort of scheduled for the next few weeks, so we'll be a little bit behind on YouTube. I don't have much coal to spare at the minute, but we'll just do that. What am I going to do about this wetter that's overflowing? I don't really want that to be happening. Can I give this priority on the line? Oh, with difficulty I can. What a damn mess. Make this a straight through pipe. Oh, you're keeping your pumps from overheating? Which one's woven? Which pumps are we talking about? Oops. Are we talking about in the steam room, the steam vent, or what do we mean? Might get lucky here. May get lucky. And then we can bridge in. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I just want this to be priority. I want this to always get its wetter away first if we can. And this liquid pipe needs to go. The salt and hot steam guys are above 90 degrees, and this type of astro doesn't have gold, so you need to make steel for the pumps, right? No, I was fortunate, Malaco. I found some gold amalgam in like boulders or whatever, so I got a little bit of gold, so I could make a few pumps. I didn't have much. I had to be quite sparing with it, but I did have enough. Enough, just to get us going. Yeah, otherwise you would need steel or something, yeah. You're only 9 episodes into it on YouTube. I think that's probably the first or the second stream. 9 episodes is probably a stream and a bit, I think. So yeah, you're a little bit behind, Seashell. Steam vent keeps killing your pump. What type of steam vent is it? Is it a hot steam vent? because there's two different types. This is a cool steam vent, so this will never erupt greater than 110. So we can just have a gold pump in there and that'll be absolutely fine. If it's a hot steam vent, then yeah, that's different. You'll need an aqua tuner or something to try and cool it off, or some liquid piping or something. Something like that. Yeah. Sorry for the pause, by the way. The input lag's really bad, like a second or something. Half a second, it kind of sucks. Cool steam vent. Make sure you've made out of gold and keep the room cool. It should be absolutely fine. It should be able to handle that, no problem. Alright, then last bridge. Oh. And then where does this need to go? This needs to sort of jank down or something, doesn't it? Is this... yeah, this is stinky water. This can just jank down to here and bridge into there, maybe? I think that's where it was going. So yeah, to show you my cool steam vent, this is sort of a design that we've used quite a few times. So what we basically have is our pump at the bottom in a little bit of water, and I have a hydro sensor next to that to say only pump if you're above 500 kilos, and that just keeps a little bit of buffer of water in here. And then behind there we've got a little radiator, and in this radiator we're running some cool water, so it's like 30 degrees polluted water from a polluted water geyser. This just bridges into here if this is empty, and what basically happens is the water that's to cool our steam down just goes through some radiant piping in this big long radiator, and then when it gets to a temperature that's too high, this liquid pipe thermosensor will send the water out if it is above, which way am I going? 83 degrees. The reason I was doing that was to kill off any germs that are in the water, because it then gets fed into the base into other builds, and this is just basically a shut off on a liquid pipe sensor, on a thermosensor, and then that dumps the hot water back into the base, into this pipe. So yeah, that's how we do it. What's the best way to deal with slime lung now? Honestly, I think I'm fairly certain they've changed how gas works. There we go. With slime lung, you used to be able to just kill it off quite easily with just having it in an oxygen-rich area, but it seems to die off a lot slower now. So probably cold, like getting it below 10 degrees, and that should kill it off quite easily, I would think. Right. So yeah, we're just getting all these hatch farms together for the meat. I don't want the meat to spoil in the meantime, so I want to make sure the conveyors are ready first. Yes, these middle ones there. And you can now go to there. Hop over there. Beautiful. And then you are going to bridge into... it's that one, isn't it? And you're going to bridge into that one. I've still got quite a bit more conveyor to do over here, but that's alright. Cool. Right, this stuff up here I want to start doing with a higher priority just to get this stuff removed. So let's just get all of you dug out. We tried to do some mopping there. Let's get rid of you. As long as there's no ice here. I don't really mind all the other shit that's here, that's fine. That's okay. Oh, so close. So close, but so dead. Still hop. Hop over to there. Oh, excuse me. Right, we're gonna get rid of you. Get rid of all you. Balls to it. I can still whip out that pipe in a bit. Get rid of you. That's going to sort of scupper their access a little bit, but that's alright. In fact, we'll just get rid of all that. we're going to have a lot of ice to sweep up. And a lot of polluted ice as well. I don't know if I'm storing polluted ice anywhere. I don't remember if I ended up... I don't remember if I've ever put a place for polluted ice to be dropped off. If I did, it would have been in here. Sweep only, okay. Alright. Take a bit of brine, a bit of free brine, no problem. Slime yesterday doesn't seem to change much, my honest opinion. The slime lung definitely doesn't die off in germs as easy as it used to. In oxygen as easy. I noticed that straight away. It lasts for a lot longer, or rather, it can grow far quicker in a small pocket of polluted oxygen than it used to be able to. So it's a bit of a weird one. Right, I know the carbon dioxide's still pretty rough up here. We're gonna have to deal with that shortly. For now, I just want to carry on doing this dig to the top so I can get that. So that I can get my ladders in and get more people in space. Because in a minute, it's going to be all about space. I'm basically going to say, that's it. We're done. It's space time. Holy shit, we mopped all that water that was here. There was a shitload of water here, if you remember. We must have mopped it with that troll polluted water mop. Holy shit. That's like 9... Well, what would it have been? Like 12 tiles of liquid? Nice. I'll take it. I just need to make sure they don't dump it in the base. Maybe it lasts longer, but I think the deodorizer strat still works. Yeah, I think it does, but it's just you need to make sure there's not even a single packet of polluted oxygen. Whereas in the past, a single blob of polluted oxygen that was surrounded by oxygen would eventually kill off the germs. Now it's like even one packet of polluted oxygen will just spread like crazy. So, could you put a pressure plate to open the door for your ice container? No, I can't, because that's where the ice is getting dumped. I could put, well, if I put a pressure plate there, it wouldn't be a door anymore, would it? So they'd be dropping it onto... I mean, I could just make this not a door for now. I could make it like a pneumatic door, but I've got a lot of ice in here, and I'm kind of scared of it erupting at some point. And I can't fully see all the temperatures of the ice because there's so much in here. 17, 10, 11... Yeah, we could do that. We could just replace this for now. Put an actual pneumatic door in there. Just remind me to put a normal door back later. Alright? Otherwise, it's your fault. Entirely your fault. That's all I'm saying. When digging, just still put all... Wait, that won't help me, actually. If I put a door there, they'll still be able to reach it, I think. Neuro! Tier 2 for 14 months. Cheers to so much quality entertainment. Ah, oh, Neuro. You little lovely. Thank you very much. That is very, very kind, everybody. Very kind. Much kind. Thank you, thank you. Which cycle would you like a reminder? When the ice is melting. I'd like you to know when the ice is going to melt. That's what I'd like. Oh, tier 2 as well, Neuro. That's awesome. Thank you. Why you have polluted water and thing in geyser tank? Polluted water and things in geyser tank. Which are we talking about? You'll have to be a bit more specific, Shakodu. There are quite a few packets of polluted oxygen wandering in my base when I first cracked in the slime biome. I had slime long a while before deodorized. After like 8 cycles, they're all dead. I can only tell you what we saw on stream, Gino. It was definitely rough. Why don't I have logic to open the door for a few seconds every night cycle? Because they'll still get stuck in a loop. How can I do this? How can I do this nicely? The ideal solution would be to have them drop it somewhere that they can't reach. So... where would that be? Because they can reach this. Where would that be? Right. I don't know if this will drop sideways through a door. That's interesting. Let's try that. Would you drop sideways, and then if I sealed this up, what happens? Go deeper. Go deep with the tank. Thermosensor. Thermosensor won't help me. Because tiles, like dropped entities, don't interact with thermosensors properly. It's like when you drop some a red hot blob of igneous, you know, debris on top of ice. It won't make hardly any difference. I want to see if this dumps to the side. I'm curious. Oh, thank you, Neuro. You're very, very sweet, mate. Thank you. Come on. Priority 9. Get it done. Right, so if we lock this now, my tube shouldn't be able to get back in. I just wonder if this still does it. Okay, so we'd have to get this tile built, which is what I'm waiting for. Stop this. Stop this madness. There we go. They can still reach. Sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. Do. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, we should see if any lobies have leveled up, by the way. Like Kunksmore, I noticed he was running a bit slowly. Let's get him leveled up. He loves mechatronics. So let's get these done, and then we can do exosuit and mechatronics. Green. Let's get him doing some tidying. Ranzi, you can go to that. Cryptic. Yeah. You can take a hit in that. Ribworm, bang. Turallo, the bastard. Stine. An extra cook. Okay, that'll do. What are you trying to do with that contraption there? It's just for dropping ice. I'm just storing all the ice in here, but I don't want them to be stuck in a loop of doing it over and over and over again. But I want it to be not a sweep-only command. I want them to be moving ice constantly. Bringing it down in, not leaving it in the base. Otherwise, I just do it as sweep-only and it wouldn't be a problem. But I need to take this, copy these settings, put it there, get rid of this. It'll all make sense. Once I've collected a shitload of ice in there, we're just going to seal it up. And then just leave the ice to melt. And then lots and lots of free, cold, icy water. Lots and lots of water as well. There's a shitload of ice in there. Yeah, we've got quite a few 24, 25 tile blocks. A lot of ice. They can reach through the door to pick up the ice inside like that. They won't be able to reach if it's on top of here. That's why I'm building this other dropper. And then I can copy the settings, get rid of this one, and put a tile in there. That'll be fine. You were one step ahead of me, Perpetual, but I was 2 steps ahead of you, my friend. That's how it was. Alright, so they should be able to dump that in there now. If any of this melts, I'm fucked. Because it'll go psh. It'll probably affect this liquid lock. It'll go down here. It'll overflow down here. It's a lot of water in there. Kind of want to make sure it doesn't. Yes, you are the best. I've been only saying nice things to you for 2.5 hours now, and I feel completely drained. Listen, mate, if it's going to help you, get out your system. Hit me with the noob trash, it's fine. I can take it. I'll take it. If it makes you happier, I'll take your misery on board. Alright, I can do it. I've got big enough shoulders for the both of us. It'll be alright. Why do I feel like this isn't settled properly? Oh, you're dormant. Okay. I can take it, Perpetual. Hit me with the nasty. I'm ready. You fuck. There you go. I'll get you started. I'll give you some ammo. How's the old food going? Stuffed berries, many. Barbecue, many. Surf and turf, many. Okay. think we need more. Oh, we've got a little bit of lettuce again. We had that massive rot problem last stream, if you remember. We got trolled by the gas grill, which weirdly I can't reproduce that bug now. Even though I've got this tile directly above the grill, I don't seem to be able to reproduce the same bug, so... Bit of a weird one. We lost like 700,000 calories of lettuce, which really pissed me off, truth be told, but... Hey-ho. It is what it is. Right, I'm going to nip this pipe off here. Just so I remember for the future. Because we may end up needing a petroleum pipe all the way up to the top of the, you know, top of space, don't forget. In a bit. When we come to do our rockets. Right then, so this should be fine now. They can collect all that ice. This one's for my polluted water. I should really start pumping some of this polluted water. It's going to be germ-free. It's going to be germ-ridden, but it is cold. So maybe I could use this for this line here. Because this is 30-degree water at the minute. Might as well use some of this. So I'll need to whack in some bridges, as ever. I'm forever putting feckin' bridges in. Forever with the bridges. Change pneumatic door to automatic and connect to automatic wire from the pump. Pneumatic door to automatic. What are we talking about now? The second highest English Oni streamer live on Twitch right now. Nice, Grim. Nice. This is so orderly compared to mine. Lick, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How goes it? You're making me curious now. Well, at least I'm an actual Oni streamer, if that makes sense. Do you think nosh beans are worth farming? The only problem with nosh beans is they need ethanol. Ethanol needs wood. If you're farming lots of wild trees, then I can see nosh beans being worth it. Because they only really need a little bit of ethanol. The ethanol distillers don't need that much power. So if you've got lots and lots of wild stuff, then yeah. If you were trying to cultivate it yourself, I would say no. Because they take so much polluted water, you'd be better off turning that water into clean water and just growing blossoms or something. Beforehand, before they made the change, nosh beans were kind of something that we really wanted to try in this playthrough, because we had a lot of polluted water. And then unfortunately they changed it and scuppered my plans. Yeah, we'd make you the primary. But yeah. When ice is melting close though, it happened too quickly, Q-Zone. When that ice melts, it melts big. It doesn't melt like a tiny little bit at a time. We'll get 25 tons of whatever the coldest ice is. Like probably the -8 one's going to go first. We'll get 25 tons. So 25 tons is 25 tiles. It'll happen so quickly that the doors won't be able to shut in time. It'll just... So yeah, it ain't going to work like that, I'm afraid, bud. That is not going to work in this case. Shane, how's it going, buddy? What have you missed? We've just been doing a bit of tidying around the base. We put in some wild tiles that took a bit of faffing before. We put in some automatic PACU farms as well now, which are currently just doing their thing. I hope. Probably should check how many PACUs we've got in here. Is there a little fry in here? Oh no, there's 2 PACUs in there. We've got our double PACU farms going now. So they're both just dropping all of our PACUs in here. We're getting lots of eggshell and stuff from it, which is nice. We've actually still got 2.5 tons of lime, which isn't bad going. Yeah, other than that, mate, not too much, really. We've just been doing some tidying around the base, as I say. Little odds and sods here and there. Yeah, let's just connect you up as well. Below Below 0. How are you today, though, bud? What's good with you? Currently, you have 3 wild tree farms, 4 ethanol distills to support 14 osh bean farms. 14 osh bean tiles, you mean? I want to go with lettuce, but it needs chlorine, which I got no way of producing. What's the countdown on replacing the ice room's door? Basically, once we've swept all that ice from up the top, we'll close this up, and then we'll have to see from there. I could have made this a bit more permanent, but eh, it's fine. Okay, when's this going to dump some wetter? Where's my sensor and stuff in here? I've forgotten. Oh, the sensor's down here, isn't it? You can start dumping some water out. So we can get these packets moved. There we go. And then let's rip out you. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget what I was doing. Currently, if my math is correct, 5 nosh bean tiles can support 1 dupe. Yeah, the beans are really good. Tofu's good. Like, we're just getting it from the wild at the minute, which I'm kind of alright with. But as I say, if you've got lots of wild, you know, arbor trees set up, you're laughing. That is the way I would recommend doing it. I don't think I'd farm them with water, because arbor trees are thirsty. They take a lot of polluted water. The only reason we've built so many of them is A, because I wanted to use the wood burning generators. I probably won't use them very much in future. And B, we have 3 polluted water geysers, so we've got lots and lots of polluted water coming in, which is, you know, kind of perfect. There we go. Yeah, we'll use some of this cold water. That'd be nice. And then when this isn't available, we'll have this as the backup. That works for me. Real nice. Do you have a lot of algae for those PACU? I've got about 20 odd tons, I think. 23.5 tons. We're only feeding them. It's 1 kilo per PACU per day, and we've got 4 PACUs that we're farming. So we're only feeding them 4 kilos a day, and we've got 24 tons. So we'll be alright for a little bit. We should be alright till the end of the playthrough, I reckon. I think we'll be okay. Here's where we put the wild farms in, by the way, Shane. We just put these park signs in, so we've got some nature reserves in here now. I may extend these into like some of the stairways, although I don't really like how it looks. Oh, I can drop these down now as well. Should be no liquid finds its way in here anymore. Yeah, let's tidy this up. This is wrong. Don't remember why I would have left this like that. Let's get it fixed. 2 park signs for symmetry will make the park twice as good. Is it bothering you that much? Is it really irritating you that much? Do you produce algae from slime or just use the mined ones? Just basically what we found either from the printing pod or in the biomes, basically. Nomad, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome. How's it going? Thank you, thank you. Alright, let's pop you in there. We'll just do a melt tile there. That'd be nice. Good that you missed the dirt tiles. I'll have to wait for it on YouTube. It'll be on tonight's VOD, mate, if you really, you know, bothered. We probably did it, what, an hour ago, maybe? 45 minutes ago? All we basically did, we pumped up some petroleum. You'll see some of the piping still a bit janky up here, but we pumped some petroleum from down here and passed it through the tiles, put it into a reservoir, and then when we were done, we just flipped this pipe here and sent it back down the reservoir into our petroleum. So we didn't lose anything, we took a bit of heat out of the petroleum, basically. I think we lost about maybe 20 kilos of petroleum in the process, so it wasn't too bad. It was pretty sweet. Okay, so they've got this pipe that they want to do down here with like a low priority. We've ripped out all this gubbins down here now. So you should now have a circuit that you're connected to the base. That is good. The next thing I want to do, as I say, is finish off this ladder up here, so I can get more dupes active. So this is all going to be priority 8. We're just going to smash through all this stuff. Let's start with something like this. Because I kind of want to get this crap out as well. Get rid of all of you. How do you pass out on the PACU feeders? 1 kilo per day thing. The 1 kilo a day is just done with the feeders. So what I basically have here, my feeders are set to my feeders are set to 1 kilo. I've got 2 feeders, 1 for each fish, and then my sweepers deliver the algae, and I only have them active for 1% of the cycle. So they only have time to deliver the food once, and then the PACUs will just eat it. So, I mean, if I set this to, let's say like there or something, this boy will collect some algae, and drop it in each feeder, and then my PACU should come and nom it up. And they should, normally what they do is they realise at the same time, and both go and feed at the same time. Ish. If not, this guy's going to be a greedy prick. Although, were you bugged out? No. This one guy's being a greedy jerk. No, he's at them both. Why is he being a jerk? Well, anyway, they should get the 8 from feeder buff. I don't know if I fucked that by pausing it then, but as long as you've got 2 feeders, both set to 1 kilo, they'll get the 8 from feeder buff, which keeps them tame. And as long as they eat every 10 cycles, they'll be fine. It takes them 10 cycles to starve. So, that's that basically. The algae that's coming into the room is basically coming from a conveyor. So, it's a bit of a mess with conveyor lines here, but you'll have to bear with me. This line here brings in the algae. This is a connected line between the 2 vents, and then we just bridge in to give it a 50-50 split. And that just drops some algae into the room. We did this at the very start of the VOD today, so it's one of the first things I wanted to get online, so we could get a lot more lime and PACU fillets coming in. So we should have quite a lot of cooked fish now, I would have thought, which would be good. I'm going to turn this off sweep only. I'm going to deconstruct this. I'm going to put a door in here, and we'll get all the polluted ice gathered up as well. There's probably going to be quite a bit of polluted ice, I would have thought. Is algae renewable? If you want algae, you've got a couple of options. Either A, you get it from space. B, you get it from your printing pod as like a care package every now and again. Or C, you can use biodistillers, which takes slime. So it depends what you've got, basically. Slime is kind of renewable in as much as you can set up puffed farms and feed them polluted oxygen. And that will give you a constant supply of slime, which you can then turn into algae. And 4 kilos a cycle is nothing. It's nothing really. I was trying to help your YouTube channel. Let's real nice and clean. Oh, thank you, Shane. Sorry, mate. I didn't pick up on that. I didn't pick up on that at all. But hold on, players. So I have to refresh my info. You're not alone, Shakodo. I stopped playing Oni for like 6 months. We came back to it on this playthrough. So this base is our first game, our first base back at the game since, well, 6 months. We've got a pretty big base at the minute. I like that it's kind of tapered down and up. It's kind of nice. I like it. Anyway, enough bragging, if you would call it that. I'm eating these eggs. Let's finish this off. Let's get you done. We'll get you ripped out. Did I do that before I left, actually? Hold on. Yeah, you'll sweep only. You no longer sweep only on a 9. So this is for all of my ice. And this is for all of my ice. I should put snow in here as well. The snow's definitely going to melt. That's fine. How are we getting on down here? We're slowly trying to pump away all this oil. We're getting there. These never melted, which kind of sucks. I want to get a little bit of naphtha down there, if you remember. We've got a little bit of oil left down here, and then we've got a couple of packets down here still. We're going to have to deal with these pockets, but they've got petroleum in, which You know what I'm like with petroleum, I like to separate all that shit out, so we'll try and do that. My Slickster farms don't look too happy. These need some automation in there really to deal with the eggs. We'll probably do something similar to the PACUs, but it'd be a bit of a pain. Probably have a sweeper at each end, one to... Might need to think of something a bit more creative for this, because I need to drop my Slicksters in. And Slicksters are a bit of a pain, they float. Right, carbon dioxide's getting a bit rough, but I'm not going to worry about that yet. I want to finish this off. So, we'll leave this across here as like a little jumpy walkway. We'll get you removed. We'll get all of you removed. Dig out you. Get all of you dropped down. Yeah, let's go down like this. And then get all you removed. Gonna have to bang some more ladders in here, I think. That should be fine. Cool. Oh shit. I'm not dropping my protein. Ah, it's gonna be all warm. Ah. Ah. Oh fuck, I just spilt it everywhere. Son of a bitch. Protein everywhere. Oh, it's going to smell like sour milk. Puff farm's more efficient now. Yeah, they are. They buffed them. Which normally we would have done. Normally we would have done some sort of puffed farm, but we don't have the polluted oxygen spare. Unless we wanted to use up some of our excess polluted water later and make some sort of evaporation build. I have started... because I'm always thinking about the future. I always want to make sure we've got stuff in place for later. I have got a little room over here where I've started just dumping any puffed eggs that we get from the printing pod. Problem is they're all going to end up turning into princes, which is not ideal. But, we've got some puffs up there anyway. They're in a vacuum so they won't breathe anything or output any slime or anything. We'll just leave them. They're fine. But I will potentially have some puffs in the future that we can maybe do some sort of puffed farm if I want to get rid of some of the excess water. But for now, that is not on my list of priorities, really. I'm not going to mess with that just yet. Right, let's get you dropped down. We're going to need some more space here. Okay, let's just use this. There we go, that'll do. You're going to have just slicksters or cook them into molten. I don't mess about with molten slicksters as a rule. I just don't need to. Generally need to use power to warm them up or give them some sort of heat source. Nah, I can't be asked. I'm nothing against molten slicksters. We have done them in the past. It's just not something I'm worried about at the minute. We'll just leave them as normal slicksters for now. If I want to make petroleum, I'll boil it. I'll make a petroleum boiler. But I want to get up to space today. That is the plan. We're at 20 past 7. We've got a good few hours in us yet. We're going to get to space and launch our first few rockets. The reason I'm doing this is so that we can get more bodies in space quicker. As daft as it may sound, I'm digging a trough for water so that I can get to space quicker. Makes sense in my head. Yeah, let's rip out all this crap. What's the type of protein do you have? I honestly don't know. The lady got this last batch, or the last 2 batches. So I honestly couldn't tell you. It's not the best. It's alright, but as protein goes, they're all pretty shit, to be honest.
The idea is to get to space before it falls apart.
Damn it, Grim. Damn it. We're gonna get there, I promise. I don't make promises lightly, guys. I always try and see them through. Alfred, you are Stuke. Whilst you're up there, do a bit of mopping. Come on, get it done. Alright, let's get all this mopped. Let's dig out this stuff. We might be able to do another cheeky mop here, because we've got brine at the bottom. I wonder if we can bug this out and mop all of this polluted water. Maybe. It'd be pretty sweet if we could. So I'm assuming that's what happened with that water at the bottom, because that was a lot of water we mopped out. A shitload. Right then, so that's all the ice gone. Obviously we've got some to still be collected, but that's fine. I could give them this ladder so they can get in a bit easier, but... meh. If you're on keto, low carb one is best. Yeah, that's basically what we've got. It's zero sugar, low carb. That's what we're on. I think it costs like 70 quid or something for the bag. It wasn't cheap, but it does go a long way. And I'm treating it as like a meal replacement, you know, so... use diet waste, decent for the price, no carbs. Yeah, send me a link, Shane, of what you use, because the one we got was 70 quid for 2.5 kilos. Fucking rough. That was a very strange mop there. Okay. Might as well dig these bits out as well. Not going to want them. Right, do you reckon we've got most of the ice? I can see a few little blobs here and there, but I reckon we're probably safe to do this. And get this done. GIF link, please, Shane. Genuinely. GIF link. Because as soon as we mentioned, like, low carb, they went, oh, low carb, is it? And it became very expensive. Which sucks. Shit. Oh, I can't do that because we're going to lose the sand. How annoying. I'd like to get access to all this lettuce and stuff. All this tasty lettuce. Unlike these pincher nuts that are going rotten. Like all of these things. I want everything. I want it all. And these sweet beans. Oh, look at the beans and the meat over here. I'm going to have to pause for a second, because otherwise this is going to lag me out like crazy. Boop. Pressing the harvest button. That's a nice little 7 seconds of lag there. That's okay. So all these crops, I want them all. Priority 7. Okay, there we go. I want some all. All these sweet beans, all that good stuff, all these good things. I want it all. It's mine. Delicious. You should be able to select everything for auto harvest, shouldn't you? Just like one button. Allow all. It's like the old RimWorld with forbid, you know? If you could just allow all, that would make life much less laggy. Oops. I want it all. We're greedy boys. Catastrophe, how's it going? How are you today? Another 8 seconds. Cheers for that, Shane. I'll save that. Madhat, how are you, bud? Always a lovely face. Oh, PhD. I've had that stuff before. I think my dad gets that as well. I think he uses that one. Nice. Strawberry Delight. Chocolate mint. Belgian chocolate. Choc peanut. Gonna have to look into that. Which flavour do you have? Which is the least... You know? Which is the one that makes you shudder the least? Oh, bad looks for this didn't work how I'd hoped. Oh, we might get lucky with that. See if we can trick this. That was the best way to say which is the less disgusting. None of them are good, but it's working. I'm nearly at like 3 stones lost now, guys. In American freedom units, that's 400 kilos, I think. It's about 7 tons. I don't know what you Americans are doing nowadays. Bollocks. You like strawberry the best. You bought cherry Bakewell once. It's so sick. I'm not a massive fan of cherries, to be honest. I don't like a black forest gatto or anything like that. I don't really do cherries. Not a fan. Right. I think that's most of the saltwater drop down now, isn't it? So all the stuff that we don't want can be... Oh, still saying too much. Can be removed. We'll need to give them access down there. I would like to keep some of this, you know, wet for the old crops, because there are some crops still up here, I think. Oh, they're seeds. They're not actually crops. Excuse me a second. It was a joke, Prom. It was a joke. I haven't lost 400 kilos. That would be insane. I don't really want any wetter falling down. Get in there. Get in there. Let's do that. 42 freedom units is 3 stones. Oh, I see. So it's 42 pounds. Jesus. 42 pounds. It's like 42 bags of sugar. Jesus. That makes you sick. That's a lot of weight. But I've got a lot more to go yet. We're getting there. But it'll all be good. Right, let's drop you down. Cool. So yeah, we'll get this mopped, and then we can head up with our ladder all the way up to the top without worrying. Come to you, crab boy. What are you doing down there? Doesn't matter how much weight you lost, still ginger. Thanks, Trello. I hope your other leg falls off, you son of a bitch. You jerk. Christ. Right. Yeah, I'm assuming we can't mop a lot of this stuff. Could go this way a little bit more. Ooh. See, where did that come from? I am Sark. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. The fuck? Somebody's trying to blow up their car. Like a penis. Mentions 2, except that I will never have a soul except the ones that I take. Right. So I think everything's just ticking over at the minute. I think everything's okay down here. I will need to find a home for the rest of this pipe. I don't remember where 30-degree wetter is sort of meant to be going. I think it's this one, isn't it? So I'd need to bridge into here somehow. I might just put a temporary pipe in here. Eventually this one pipe will do all my water down at the bottom, I think. But this can just be a little temporary fella for now. You can hop over there. I'll do this with a low prio. I'm just doing it high for the moment. And then this can bridge into there again. Just so I can leave him doing stuff in the south without worrying that nothing's getting done. Because these are all important things. You know, getting another... Jesus, getting another geyser capped is kind of handy. Make sure all this is like a 6. Lovely. Because this is going to be active quite soon, isn't it? 3 cycles. Maybe a 7. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, hello. You stay on 9. 9, 9. I want my slicksters to be super happy. That's what I want. I've still got these AETNs as well. I've got 2 around here. I don't know what I'm ever going to use these for. They're both kind of in the way of where ladders and stuff are meant to be going. So I don't know if I really care about them. I kind of kept them in case I want to use them for something later, but I'm not really that arsed, truth be told. Do you reckon we've got all the ice that we're going to get now? There's a lot of ice in there. Holy shit. Why aren't you using transport tubes? Because I've not set any up yet. I'm not in a mad rush to do them. I also don't have a big supply of plastic at the minute. The only plastic that we're getting is from our glossy Drecos. We've used a lot of plastic in the base, and we've only got like 7.7 tons left. And transit tubes, yeah, they'll be handy when we get a space base going, but for now, we don't really need them. We don't really need them. We've got that many dupes that getting stuff done isn't really a problem. We're running 36 dupes, by the way, so it's not like we need to get one of our 8 dupes to space quickly. Like, they're okay for now. Right, I'm just going to give them a little bit of time to deal with getting all the ice and stuff from up here. They've done all this mopping. I would have liked to have mopped all this. Are there seeds again? Drecos give you plastic? Yeah, glossy Drecos do, yeah. Normal ones don't. But glossy Drecos, which are a variant, or a morph, as they call them in this game, weirdly, they have like plastic scales, which you can use to give you sweet, sweet free plastic. So these boys over here, these are glossy Drecos. So we're not even feeding these properly. Jesus. Yeah, let's get these fed a bit more. So yeah, all you basically do is you make sure there's a bit of hydrogen in the room, so they've got somewhere to grow their scales, and then you can shave them and they give you plastic, which is nice. This guy's gonna die.